Hi everyone, I'm Frank, and welcome to the Real Review Hub Project 24 Income School case study review. For those of you guys that haven't been here before, this is my monthly chronicle of going through Project 24 by Income School, working their program and kind of sharing results here. This is month 9 since starting the project. For those of you that haven't seen the previous videos, I'll link those below. To those of you that have been watching, much appreciated. It's actually a reason I keep doing them because I'm glad you guys are watching them. Please like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. It helps out the channel and lets other people find the videos. Anything I talk about throughout, links will be below in the description. So let's get right to it. So let's see here. So what we're going to share is basically an update up to month 9. So here is the Project 24 timeline. For those of you guys who have been following around, this will look really familiar. For those of you that are new, Jim and Ricky lay out an exact timeline of what you should expect from each of your sites if you work the program the right way. I've done a lot of stuff the way they suggest, a lot of stuff they haven't, and I'll share that with you as well. So, you can see here, this would be in month 8, you're expected to have about $120 in revenue, which you'll see I'll be for site 1, which I'm behind in that. Total earnings, is $120, 100 from site 1. Page views, 750 visits. Site 2, 100 visits. Just to give you an idea of kind of where you should be in this phase of Project 24. So site number 1, if you remember, guys, this is a site I started July 4th of 18 now, so it's month 9, right? Sorry, this update for month 9 was a little bit delayed. I literally traveled 3 out of the 4 weeks this month, so for those of you guys that hate excuses, at this point I would stop listening to this channel because I feel like I've been saying that for a bit now. So this site was one that I actually cranked out the 30 articles in a fairly a little under the 3 months that they suggest. So, but it has not had any new content since month 3. Okay, as you can see here, these are the results. Writing the content the way Jim and Ricky suggest. This is the overall since July 4th to April 11th. You can see I've had 37,852 page views. This is no backlinking, no age domains, no PBNs, right? This is for those of you guys that are new to Project 24 Income School. That is the part that got me most excited and made me start sharing this because I built other sites in the past. Didn't get anywhere near this kind of organic traffic. So, when you'll see here is the average time on page 4 minutes and 18 seconds continues to be really high. I've spoken to that where I think it's a reason Google really likes what Jim and Ricky teach in Income School because people stay on the page. They like the content, right? It's content first. So you can see here, this site has overachieved in terms of traffic. Now it had actually a little bit of a down month. It was getting about 10,000 or so page views, and this past month I think I got about 9,000, a little bit under maybe. And that could, I don't know why. It could just be because I haven't added any content for about 5 or 6 months now, which is not what they recommend. Okay, so that's on me. If you guys join Project 24, do not do that. Make sure you actually add content the way they suggest. I've been a little slow adding content. I've had a writer that I've hired who's just been adding content to site number 2. But this is where we are in terms of traffic. Still, if you would tell me, hey, no backlinking, no PBNs, new domain, you just write some articles and you're going to get 40,000 page views just about, that's pretty good. I mean, that's pretty good. So could it be better? Absolutely. I think you guys can definitely do better if you follow the program closer and keep adding content the way they suggest. Now, income from this site. I had a great month 5. I was way ahead. When you were supposed to make 0, I made $72.50. That was basically from one affiliate purchase with that it was offering a bonus. Month 6, I made 0. Month 7, I added some AdSense, which I know is a crummy ad platform in terms of what they pay, depending on the niche and everything. But I made $9.73. This past month, $8.97. Okay, nothing to write home about. Definitely need to monetize this a little bit better. Okay. Month 2, site number 2. Okay, you can see here. This is a site that I started October 15th, so through April 11th. Right, I just took the screenshot. I know I was doing this from the 6 to 6 normally, but I'm a little bit behind. I apologize. So for this site, This was actually, if you haven't seen the previous videos, this was actually what I did is for this site, I took a domain that I had started about a year earlier with no content. It was getting no traffic, really didn't have any content. And I started applying the Project 24 article, right, their system to it to see if we would accelerate it all. So this site's about, from October 15th to April 11th, just about 6 months. And you can see here, it really started to ramp up, right, once I started putting this content. It's still been slower than they suggest. I've had 2 months ago, 2 or 3 months ago, I paid a writer to add content here. The good thing about Project 24 is they give you training modules for your writers in one of the courses. So I actually gave her that. She's been writing. She's really great, but she's full-time on 2 other projects. So she gets me 2 articles a week. They're high-quality articles. I don't pay a lot for them. She's from the Philippines, got her on Upwork. But that's all she has time to do. So I'm getting high-quality content at a really low amount, really low price, whatever she asked for. And it's been able to let me add content while I've been traveling so much for work. But it's not, I wish she was available 40 hours, right? Because then I could have maybe paid her to write as much content as Project 24 actually suggests. And I think both sites would be doing better. So that's just me. It's a miss on my part. I need to find another writer. But I have not. Now, here's the interesting thing. This is a totally different niche than the first site. This is more of a service-based niche. In month 5 total of this 9-month journey so far, this second site did $2.47, right? I believe that was a couple of Amazon purchases. $2.88 in month 6. In month 7, it did $9.73. And then this month, it did $29.67 from AdSense alone. I forgot to actually add in the amount here for Amazon. It's not a lot. It's probably like $3. So if you want to call it 32, call it 32. No big difference. But the interesting part about this site is because this is more service-based, you can see here, when I break down my AdSense, I'm actually getting close to $10 per 1,000 views, which is like actually pretty high from everything I've heard of when you're talking about AdSense, not a premium ad broker, right? When you get to like a Mediavine or some of these bigger ones, you can actually get way more. You can get $20 or so. But for AdSense, this is performing pretty well. Which is pretty nice, which tells me the first site I built, although the traffic really ramped up really high and it was something I was more passionate arts entertainment niche about, I still haven't really figured out a good way to monetize that. So I'd be interested to see what, how this site goes. This site now has gone past the original 30 articles. I have about 37, 38 articles now on this site. And if you see, Jim and Ricky are constantly always updating Project 24. That's one of the things I talk about. I mean, they're constantly adding content, and they talk about you're better off building one bigger site or two large sites, right? They keep adding to than maybe 10 sites with 30 articles, and that's what I'm going to do with these 2 sites. So this site, I've now blown past 30 articles and consistently add about 2 new articles a week to it. So it'll get about 8 articles if this writer keeps writing at the same pace, if I don't add any additional writers. But this is where I am with this site. And a lot of this content is still really new. So I'm hoping that these traffic numbers will go up and this number will go up and it'll be a nice little passive, AdSense revenue that'll come through here. Site 3, if you remember, I kind of did a control. Don't do this, okay? I wanted to see if I didn't do the Project 24 site. I thought it would be helpful to kind of start a site that was more review-based, not what Jim and Ricky recommend. This site has been more trouble and it's been more hit since I started it. It got hacked in month 2. If you watch my previous videos, I had to pay a security company to clean it up, $200. I have not added really any content. A couple articles I added were still Project 24 principles, and the rest have been just like some shorter stuff that like I wanted to like do. And you can see here, it had, let's see, it looks like 518 page views in 518 page views this past month, right? But you can see here, the biggest thing that sticks out, the time on page, 2 minutes and 34 seconds, right? Where you can see both my other sites that I did with Project 24, they're both 4 minutes plus. So this tells me right here, Google's not going to love this site as much because the people coming to the site don't love it as much. So keep that in mind. Again, it's another indicator that what Jim and Ricky teach in terms of content, if you have an existing site and it's struggling to rank organically, then this program can definitely help you create better content, either yourself or with writers. Or if you're starting a new site and you want to just get it off to the right foot, that to me is where this Project 24 is worth its weight in gold, because it's a duplicatable process you can continuously do in any niche. And it's really about just doing it. And that's where I've dropped the ball, is not, quite frankly, doing the YouTube videos the way they say, the YouTube channels, the Pinterest, continuously adding content. And that's why these sites, if anything, have been stunted. But, the good thing is when you build one of these assets, they're there, right? And you didn't do any phony tricks with them with PBNs and links where you're just waiting for a Google algorithm to come and a Google algorithm update to come and crush you. So, I got to get my butt in gear a little bit here and give them some more love and monetize them a little bit better. But again, I still think really positive signs for what I've actually put into it. Also, I do want to say, so what have I done? So besides getting more content written for site number 2, I've also tried something a little bit different, which again, I wouldn't suggest, but I was trying to think, okay, how can I monetize these sites a little bit better than maybe just Amazon affiliate where they give you 4%, right? So I actually I've contacted a manufacturer directly in the niche that this site is in, and I'm actually in the process of trying to set up some direct shipping with them. So in other words, if I create, a way for the a marketing funnel for people to buy on this site the product that's a really high rated product, if I can get it a little bit cheaper and just have it shipped directly out, I think that might be a great way to monetize the traffic and not stick with 4% that Amazon might give me. So I'm going to try that. If I can get that nailed down, I've had some good conversations with them so far. And this is all through email, really. Again, I'm just trying to do what I can do when I'm on the road. I will fill you guys in on that as well, because that could be something that can really apply to a lot of your sites. So I'll share that with you guys. Because, again, if instead of making 40 cents, if you can even make $4 per potential sale, that will add up faster. So I will share that with you guys. And then the only other thing I wanted to share is I haven't done an actual review of Project 24 in a while, because I know a lot of people watching this already know about it. But, I just want to say, again, in terms of them updating it, and I haven't even been here as much, but this is a new module that they updated recently, the search analysis module, and they made this way better than even it was at first. So for those of you that get to Project 24, make sure you watch this module really great, and if you have writers, make sure you fully train them on this process. But this will teach you search analysis, brand planning, ideation, so you can kind of figure out bigger picture of what your site's going to be about, niche selection, everything, the hit list, how you create your article hit list, creating wrapping up and final thoughts. So this is just, they laid it out, they put a lot more thought into it, and this is really the foundation of when you pick what you're going to write about. Because then if you write it about the right topics and you write the content the way they explain, you will have success from what I've seen. Right? I can't guarantee it, no one can, but it seems to work. And again, they have countless sites they show you and they share with you, and if you haven't watched their channel, go watch it. It's really good, Jim and Ricky. But, I'm seeing it on my website. So I hope this is helpful. I'm sorry it was late. Thank you for watching. There's links below that I'll put to the other videos in case you missed it. What else is supposed to link to? I'll put a link to Project 24. That is an affiliate link. If you use it, thank you so much. And, if you have any comments or anything, share them with me. I try to answer them. Thank you again. Have a great day.